In a faraway African kingdom, there existed a cherished tradition, a grand festival where young maidens from every corner of the land gathered to dance before the king and his sons. But this was no ordinary celebration. It was a time of destiny. For when a prince danced with a maiden, it signaled that he had found his bride. The whole kingdom would prepare for this momentous occasion. Mothers stitched beautiful garments, fathers encouraged their daughters, and the maidens rehearsed tirelessly. For one girl, however, this dream seemed far out of reach. Her name was Amina, a kind hearted young maiden who lived in a small village. Amina's life had been full of hardships since losing her mother at a young age. Her father remarried a woman, Mama Zahara, who brought along a daughter, Zuri, 2 years younger than Amina. Although Amina's father loved her deeply, he was often away, working to provide for his family. In his absence, Mama Zahara made Amina do all the housework while treating Zuri like a princess. Only when her father was around did Mama Zahara pretend to care for Amina. But not all was cruel in Amina's life. Zuri, a stepsister, was kind-hearted and loved Amina dearly. One morning, as Amina swept the courtyard, Zuri ran up to her excited. Amina, did you hear? The festival has been announced. The prince will choose his bride this year. Amina paused, her heart sinking. She knew her stepmother would never allow her to participate. That's wonderful, Zuri. You'll do great, Amina said, forcing a smile. Zuri frowned. But we can both go. Let's practice together. Amina shook her head. You know Mama Zahara won't let me. Zuri sat beside her and held her hand. If you can't go to the practice, we practice here at home. You're an amazing dancer, Amina. I just know it. Zuri did not know that Amina often dreamed of her late mother teaching her to dance. The dreams were vivid, her mother's hands guiding her voice encouraging her to follow the rhythm of the drums. Amina would secretly practice these moves when no one was watching, pouring her heart into the steps. The announcement reached every corner of the kingdom as the king's messenger declared, "Let it be known, the prince will choose his bride at this year's festival. Maidens, prepare to dance." The village erupted with excitement. Mothers and daughters rushed to prepare outfits, and the best dancers began rehearsing for the grand event. Mama Zahara was determined for Zuri to win. She worked tirelessly, sewing a stunning dress and ensuring Zuri attended every practice session. When Amina's father asked if both girls were preparing, Mama Zahara quickly replied, "Oh yes, all is set." But behind closed doors, she ensured Amina had no chance. "You'll stay home and clean," Mama Zahara ordered Amina. "This is no place for you." The day of the festival arrived. The air buzzed with excitement as the maidens gathered, dressed in their finest. Zuri, ready for her turn, looked back at Amina, who had come along reluctantly. "Please," Amina, Zuri begged, "come closer to the stage. I need you with me." Amina hesitated. She felt out of place among the beautifully dressed girls, but Zuri wouldn't take no for an answer. When it was Zuri's turn to dance, the drums began to play. Zuri stepped onto the stage, but suddenly she stumbled, pretending to twist her ankle. She cried dramatically, clutching her foot. "I can't dance," she cried, looking at the coordinator. "Please, let my sister take my place. She's here, and she's ready." The crowd murmured in surprise. The coordinator frowned, but eventually nodded. "Very well, let her dance." Zuri handed Amina her dress and whispered, "Dance like you do at home." As Amina stood in front of the crowd, the drums began. She closed her eyes, her heart pounding. The rhythm was familiar. It was the same beat from her dreams. In her mind, she saw her mother again guiding her. With each step, she felt a spirit come alive. She moved gracefully, her arms flowing like water, her feet tapping perfectly in time with the drums. The audience was amazed at her dancing. The prince stood from his seat, his eyes fixed on Amina. The king leaned forward, smiling broadly. The crowd erupted in cheers as Amina danced beautifully. When the music ended, Amina opened her eyes to find everyone clapping and cheering. The prince approached her, bowing slightly. "You have captured my heart," he said. "Will you be my bride?" Tears streamed down Amina's face as she nodded. A formal request was sent to Amina's father for her hand in marriage. Mama Zahara was furious at first, but she soon realized there was nothing she could do. Eventually, she apologized for her mistreatment of Amina. Zuri was overjoyed for her sister. I always knew you were destined for greatness, she said. Amina's life transformed. She moved to the palace, where she began a new life as the prince's bride. Yet, she never forgot her roots or the kindness of her stepsister. On her wedding day, as she stood beside the prince, Amina silently thanked her mother. Thank you for the dreams and for guiding me to this moment. Amina's journey teaches us that life's challenges can become stepping stones to greatness if met with resilience and grace. Despite the unfairness she faced, she remained kind, hardworking, and hopeful, which ultimately led to her destiny. Her story reminds us that true talent and character cannot be hidden forever. They will shine when the right moment comes.